Hi, this is Dr. Mogire from the House of Mastery. I have been thinking about vision recently, especially as I rework my own long-term vision. As you can see, I am short-sighted. Hopefully you can infer. That's why I'm wearing these spectacles. And this has been something that has been part of my life for a long time. I remember how difficult primary school was for me. And that's because I was in a rural area, in a part of the country where it was not socially acceptable for girls to mix with boys. The primary school where I was, boys generally sat at the back of the class and the girls at the front of the class. And being short-sighted, I had the dilemma. Do I sit with the boys at the back of the class and not be able to read anything written on the board by the teachers and suffer because I'm not performing well in school? Or do I sit with the girls at the front of the class and be taunted and laughed at by the boys? As a young boy growing up, you can guess what I picked. I opted to go for the easy choice. I sat with the boys. As a result, my performance through most of my primary school was mediocre until a time when I decided to go against the tradition and sit at the front. I remember when I took that space and sat, the girl who used to sit on that desk moved and sat elsewhere for a while before she became comfortable eventually after a couple of weeks, come back and share the desk with me. And she ended up becoming one of my best friends. It was uncomfortable, but it's something that I had to do. Vision. That is physical vision. The vision I'm speaking about is not physical. But I think there are some parallels that can be drawn. Sometimes the places we are seated, the people we are surrounded by, can be the reason why we do not see what we need to see. And it's a difficult thing to say how to figure out. There can be pointers, but at the end of the day, it's a personal thing to figure out, are you surrounding yourself with opportunities and circumstances and people and situations which impair your vision? Or which keep you away from the positions or locations or proximities you need to be close enough to see what you need to see so that you can move on to the next level in your life. I thought to share with you today 5 pillars for a meaningful life vision. How do you make vision real in your life on an ongoing basis? What are some of simple but powerful pointers that you and I can pay attention to? The first one is to see the vision. See the vision. And I keep praying every day, help me to see. Help me to see what I need to see. Help me to see where I need to grow. Help me to see where I need to add value. Help me to see where I need to learn. Help me to see who I need to help me cross to the next level. Help me to see where I am limiting myself. Help me to see where I am sabotaging opportunities. Help me to see where I am operating at much less capacity than I am capable of. Help me to see where I can go, even if I am not there yet. Help me to see what I can do. Help me to see. I keep praying because there is a power in seeing the vision. The Bible says to see a vision, write it and make it plain. It starts with seeing the vision. Do you have a vision for your life? I was going to start off with, do you have a written vision? But you can't have a written vision if you haven't seen the vision. And this is a big conversation by itself. What is your vision? But for now, going by the definition of what you think your vision is, have you seen a vision? Sometimes we hold ourselves back because we are waiting to see the final vision before we can write it down. It is okay to start with the vision you have right now, the vision that is inspired in you right now. As you keep meditating and reflecting and reading and learning and moving on in life, your vision will become clearer. Because otherwise, You could easily spend the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years living visionlessly and therefore living a life that is less empowered than you have the capacity of living, which would be a regrettable thing. The first pillar is to see the vision, to be intent to see, to have the mindset to decide that I am ready to see. I'm ready to see. I am willing to move to environments that enable me to see. If it means breaking from certain circles, moving from certain environments, ending certain relationships, ending the pursuit of certain goals and projects so that you can see the bigger vision for your life. The second pillar is to step toward the vision. Step toward the vision sounds physical, but a lot of the time it's not even physical. It's emotional, it is spiritual, it is internal, it is revolutionary. Stepping toward the vision. The reality about stepping, when you think about it physically, is that when you step, you are no longer in the same place where you are. If you take your leg and step forward, it is in a totally different place. What we often do is we don't step, we sway. You sway your leg to the new place and then you sway it right back to where you are. And emotionally, it's very easy to do and very deceptive, where you have the little excitement for having swayed, but you don't have the movement, the internal movement for having stepped, to step up, to step towards the vision. And a lot of the times when you step towards the vision, it means you're stepping away from procrastination. You are stepping away from distractions. You are stepping away from fear. You're stepping away from mere entertainment towards growth. You're stepping away from sometimes away from the limelight so that you can be in a place of value. Sometimes you're stepping towards invisibility so that you have the time, you have the focus, concentration, and energy to invest in the vision. Sometimes you're stepping away from something exciting to something less exciting, but that is more valuable. Step toward the vision. I wish the internal stepping towards was as easy as the physical step toward, but the physical step toward helps us see the reality of stepping. If you step up, you're no longer at the same level where you are. If you step away, you have no reason to come back to what you've stepped away from. Are you ready to step toward the vision? Pillar number 3, to sacrifice for the vision. Sacrifice for the vision. It starts with seeing the vision, stepping toward the vision so that you are closer to the vision, and sacrificing for the vision. When I was in primary school and I moved away from the boys and stepped toward the board physically and sat closer to the board so that I could see what the teachers were writing on the board, I paid the price of being taunted and laughed at by the boys. Oh, you are such a sissy, you are sitting with the girls. But I didn't see it like that as a boy, that a little boy, that I am sacrificing for the vision. But in all physical dimensions, I literally sacrificed for the vision. I sacrificed the comfort of sitting with the boys at the back of the class and moved closer to the board so that I could see what was on the black wall. And my performance in class improved. I moved to an environment, a proximity nearer the vision, nearer the board, that I could see what I was supposed to see. And my performance improved. My experience of the school improved. The question is, what is it that you need to sacrifice for the vision that you see? Do you need to sacrifice your desire for ease and start working harder, persisting longer, holding on longer, going in deeper, doing a little more, and focusing for on the areas that matter, even if those areas are not necessarily exciting, even if it means it pulls you away from the applause to an area where you may not have the applause, but where you need the growth that takes you where you need to go. Are you ready to sacrifice for the vision? The fourth pillar that will help you actualize a meaningful vision in your life is to seek help for the vision. to seek help for the vision. Unfortunately, a lot of the times we have the right intentions with seeking help, but sometimes we end up seeking help from the wrong people. Most of the time, most of the time, the help you need to move you to a higher level will not be found amongst people who are at the level you are at. If anything, the people who are at the level you are at, if you ask them for help, they are more likely to discourage you than encourage you. The help the people you are at the same level with will give you is physical. The people who will give you intellectual help, emotional help, spiritual help to move higher are people who are ahead of you. You can't ask people who are at the same level with you to lift you up. You have to look for people who are ahead of you. The people who are around you can prop you up as the person who is ahead of you pulls you up to the next level. And that requires that you be willing to expose your ignorance, to speak openly about your uncertainty, about your discomfort, about your fear. If you have never worked with a coach, if you have never identified a mentor who is way more successful than you are, this is the time to do it. If you are the brightest in your circle, if you are the one with the most ideas, if you are the bravest in your circle, if you are the most enthusiastic person in your circle, you need a different circle. You have outgrown that environment. But if in that environment there are people who are ahead of you, those people become your project to study. Why are they as enthusiastic as they are, as disciplined as they are, as consistent as they are? Seek help for the vision. And remember, the help you need, especially the emotional, intellectual, spiritual, the deeper internal help you need, will not be found amongst the people in your circle right now. You want to go to the next level, you have to look for people who are the next level. The fifth pillar for actualizing a meaningful vision in your life is celebrate the vision. Celebrating means, number one, realizing how valuable this vision is and truly celebrating it. That doesn't mean necessarily that you are having parties. It is how you speak about the vision, how you honor the vision, how how you think about the vision, how you commit yourself to the vision, how you move towards the vision, but also creating milestones to celebrate small victories. If you have met with your mentor for 6 months, every month for 6 months, that's a milestone worth celebrating. Meet with your mentor and have dinner and celebrate and thank him and send him a card or buy him a book or buy a book for somebody else who you would want to lift you, to lift to where you are or where you are going. Find ways to appreciate, to be positive, to build a celebratory mindset, knowing that this is an amazing journey you are on. You are not going to wait until you arrive at the end for you to start celebrating your vision. And here is your bonus tip for actualizing a meaningful life vision. Share the vision. Share the vision, but share it with people you trust, people who will support you, people who won't be jealous of you. Share it with people who do not have an emotional investment in your success, people who will celebrate you because they are authentically interested. The people who are emotionally invested in the actions you're about to take might influence you emotionally and even deplete your emotional reserve. That is a sensitive area. But there you have them. See the vision. Step toward the vision. Sacrifice for the vision. Are you ready? Seek help for the vision beyond your current circle, beyond your current environment, and celebrate the vision. Create milestones. Don't wait for the end results. Enjoy the journey. And of course, your bonus is share the vision. Share the vision for leverage and for support, but be very careful who you share it with, and don't put it on Facebook or Instagram. That is it. I hope you find value in this. Subscribe and share this content with whoever you think will enjoy it. My name is Dr. Mogire from the House of Mastery. See you in the next video.